Oh, yeah, Michelle.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you very much. Hamilton, how are you doing on this beginning of our very first official summer-long weekend? School's over. For some, work is over. What did I miss? School's over. It is over. You're excited, I can tell. That's the kind of energy we need from you guys all night long. I have a few announcements before I officially open the show. Plus, there's still music playing, and I don't know what's up with that. So I'm just going to talk a little bit. We have, of course, merchandise tables on each side of the room, as you all are very, very well familiar with. We also have Darn Toys right on over here. One of the sponsors of our event this evening. Let's hear it for Darn Toys. You guys are very familiar with where the bar and the food is. Washrooms, ladies, men's, outside to smoke. I think you all really know that, but I just wanted to tell you anyway.
She didn't speak about the garbage receptacles.
On Facebook and Instagram.
We take recycling very serious here.
Full of wrestlers. I'm going to work on that so that it becomes very, very naturally to all of you tonight. Caleb and his bucket full of wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb and his bucket full of wrestlers.
Caleb, 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 Caleb.
That works too.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys ready? I think so. Are you ready?
We're professionals.
I don't want to officially start until we were officially ready. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caleb and his bucket full of wrestlers 2. Anything goes in the bucket. Your opening contest is a... What kind of match is it? I know what kind of match is it. I'm trying to get some time. Just hear me out, Jeff. We are good? I didn't want to start just in case we... It is a ladder match for the bucket. Located inside that bucket is a contract for an opportunity at the Caleb and his bucket full of regular wrestlers heavyweight championship to be cashed in whenever the winner chooses, anytime, any day. Just like that. You got it. Let's bring out the competitors, shall we?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Michelle. Caleb and his bucket full of wrestlers, too. I am Kevin Caligari on the call, being joined by Chris Crucifix, and our first combatant here tonight requires no introduction.
The first competitor in the beach for the bucket ladder match, hailing from the Boreal Forest, weighing in at 250 pounds, the survivalist, Bruiser Battersby.
Well, Kevin, one of the toughest and roughest competitors in Ontario professional wrestling today, and the stakes have never been higher for the survivalist, Bruiser Battersby. As he makes his way to ringside, I'm sure he'd like nothing more than to go home with that bucket and become the new #1 contender to that championship. No stranger to gold.
No stranger to gold and no stranger to success in this very building, Chris. It was here in the Germania Club where he captured the HPW Championship, a title he defended for nearly a year with great success against top contenders. And here tonight, he's looking to become the first holder of the bucket. Battersby left off the last event, and that left a sour taste in his mouth. He's looking to get some revenge and make up for lost time here tonight. And as we shift gears from Bruiser Battersby, a man that is used to being the powerhouse in his prospective matches, we turn to the beast from Buffalo, Isaiah Prince, the arguable true heavyweight in this six-person ladder match.
Definitely size advantage to Prince. And he'll have to leave a lot out there as he's short on the experience end in this matchup. But anything goes in the bucket, as they say here at the Germania Club. And he'll be one of the few competing in this big-time ladder match.
Well, he was a standout in our very special, never-ending scramble match at the last event. Here tonight, looking to get some gold. And here comes a man that these people can't help but love. Oh.
Scumbag Yates nearly avoiding death in his previous encounters in a ladder match, Kevin, which is why he's been tossed into the bucket in this particular matchup.
Well, when it comes to ladders and Scumbag Yates, they tend to not get along. But here tonight, can he get that to work in his favor? Will he be able to climb that ladder and hold on to that bucket and become the first ever holder of arguably the most powerful tool in our company? It's time to light the match and party all night, Chris. When the barn burner hits the road, it's high octane all the way to the bank.
High octane and high intensity here at the Germania Club. Certainly one of the fastest rising stars and most popular in recent years. And this match is well suited for somebody like the barn burner, Van Landon.
The human demolition derby. And now we shift gears to one of the most experienced in this match. Oh, Parkside now getting involved in this matchup here. The people not quite sure what to think. A good portion behind him. But here tonight, he's looking to get involved in this very fast-paced, high-flying matchup. And when it comes to speed, I think we might be looking at the man with the advantage.
One of the originators and innovators in high-flying action in Ontario professional wrestling, Parkside, but it's the last music we're hearing now here, Kevin. Someone he knows very well.
The man who made this building famous, Rip Impact, arguably the favorite coming into this match. He's got the experience on his side. He's got speed. He's got that lucha style. It's going to be very hard to stop Rip Impact once he gets going.
One of the odds-on favorites to go deep and win it all here in the opening contest in this big-time ladder match. Experience, edge, and advantage to Parkside and Rip Impact.
Oh, and as we look at this ring, there's a lot of competitors that Rip Impact has had a hand in training.
Bell has sounded here at the Germania Hall as all 6 competitors look on.
And Yates starting things off with a heavy strike. Battersby making sure he's part of that early on, sending Landon to the outside.
Bodies are flying early on here.
And now the two big boys going at it as Impact sends his old, I don't know if friend's the right word, but Devon Parkside into that corner. These two know each other very, very well. In the ropes goes Parkside. Wheelbarrow goes up. Beautiful arm drag.
Both these competitors, Kevin, know each other so well.
I mean, they've been on the same side of the ring. They've been on the opposite side of the ring. Oh, and beautiful combination. Devon Parkside looking like $1 million here.
Great execution, but unfortunately, all the fancy moves isn't going to be what it takes to win that ladder match. He's got to climb all the way to the top here, Kevin.
And the two most experienced competitors in this match putting on an absolute clinic as the four other competitors fight on the outside. Oh, right into a power bomb goes Parkside as he rolls to the outside to recover.
Rip Impact waiting in the wings, able to take Parkside momentarily out of the equation here.
And now turning his attention to Battersby, a man he knows very well, a man he has taught much to in the past.
First ladder in the ring so far from Isaiah Prince, and he almost got caught in the midsection with it.
Oh, we're grabbing it right out of the hands of Battersby. Both these men tug of war for the ladder. Rip Impact, beautiful!
Using the ladder to propel himself, but face first goes the high-risk hero.
Well, you take your eyes off the prize for 1 second, and that's what happens. Prince now taking it to Battersby with that clubbing shot as more ladders are introduced to the ring now. Landon and Parkside
sandwiching both men between those ladders.
That's a double quarter pounder if I've ever seen one. And now Landon taking it to Battersby. He's got some nasty intentions. The Human Demolition Derby.
Are there going to be any ladders left to climb and get to the top of that?
Oh!
Oh, Lord!
Putting his own body on the line. But is the damage he's doing to himself worth it? Driving that ladder into the jaw of Isaiah Prince.
Barn burner risking it all here for a chance to be the new #1 contender. Sets that ladder up in the center of the ring.
And the last couple of months, Van Landon has captured a couple of singles titles. Could this be another opportunity? No, Scumbag Yates getting involved. Unloading on Landon. Up top, Death Valley Driver to the barn burner.
Scumbag Yates, one of the most unpredictable men in this contest. That makes him very extremely dangerous, Kevin.
He's very difficult to prepare for. You never quite know what's going on in the head of Scumbag Yates. I mean, his legal first name is Scumbag. Oh, face first into that ladder. Care of Devon Parkside. Oh, no.
Things aren't looking too jolly here.
No. Oh, right in the little scumbags. Devon Parkside now.
Parkside, not a moment to celebrate. Competitors over every shoulder here, driving Rip Impact down off the canvas.
Now the largest against the quickest, spiking Parkside with that one-armed Uranagi. The Buffalo Beast could be moments away from grabbing that bucket. Oh! Van Landon might have just broken the nose of Isaiah Prince. Just unrelenting is the barn burner. Oh no. Trying to go for a ladder, or a suplex onto the ladder, I should say.
Just too big and too powerful. Prince
and
hoisting Van Landon high into the air here.
And the powerhouse now. Oh, Landon using that ladder for some extra leverage. Picture perfect from the barn burner.
Springboards into that reversal, puts the brakes on Battersby right here, and round he goes. Airplane spin.
Van Landon feeling a little dizzy after that. but still able to stay somewhat vertical. And now
Gets the big man up on his shoulders.
That is nearly 300 pounds, Chris. Isaiah Prince falling like a sack of potatoes.
Incredible power and determination from Van Landon. Sets that ladder up again into the center of the ring.
Oh, he's got something else on his mind. Here we go.
Terry Funk style tornado here. Blasting all other competitors.
Great tribute to one of the greatest competitors to ever compete in the Germania Club, in Terry Funk. Oh, but he eats a bicycle kick for his troubles.
Nearly knocking him right outside of the ring. Battersby, the freshest man in there. Living up to that survivalist name, he was waiting for his opportunity.
Well, it's one of the things that makes Battersby so dangerous is his ability to wait for that proper moment. He can hit you when it means the most, and that's what's given him so much success all over Ontario and Quebec as of late. Oh my! Scumbag Yates.
Around the neck, here comes the survivalist.
Oh, he's going up top. Could it be the patented moonsault from Battersby? Holy!
Rip Impact, though, Kevin, avoided all that damage coming in the ring with the biggest ladder
And
we've
Devon
seen yet.
Devon Parkside as well, just out of the splash zone. We could be down to the final two in this match.
Should have no problems climbing to the top to get that bucket. Look at the size of that thing.
Well, now Battersby is up, Landon is up. His competitors on the outside.
Too close to the ropes to get that bucket, though, Kevin. He's got something else planned here.
Oh, yeah, that ladder is nowhere near the bucket. The high-risk hero might be living up to his name pretty soon. Oh, no, and through the ladder with
On
the
his
tope suicida.
Incredible. Rip Impact, legendary veteran status, living it up to the high-risk hero moniker here tonight. Absolutely insane. Scumbag Yates, though, he's stirring first, Kevin.
The ever opportunistic Yates now realizing he's the only one in the ring, but this is what I mean. You never quite know what Yates is thinking.
Watch out. They're not ready for it. Here
Oh, my God!
Oh!
Scumbag Yates taking out the whole field at ringside.
And they all fall down. Scumbag Yates still standing, though.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Yates almost feeling no pain, but still choosing not to go for the bucket. He's got a table! He's got a goddamn table!
It was supposed to be ladders, not tables and ladders and chairs, but you never know what Scumbag Yates has planned here.
Well, I'm not going to go tell him no.
Someone's going to get seriously hurt here at the Germania Club, and that's the kind of Friday night that Scumbag Yates having.
And he's setting that table up on the outside, just in front of that ramp, but in the ring.
Double underhook from Parkside.
Possibly going for that shoulder breaker. Impact, though, fights out. Gets pushed away by Parkside. Eats an elbow for his troubles. Impact. Through the ladder.
The ladder's done for, and so is Rip Impact. Double
Takes him
underhook.
up. Shoulder breaker.
All Parkside had to do there is climb on top and get
but
that bucket, but Yates was waiting for him.
Yates with that heavy lariat could have something in store for Parkside using that table.
Parkside with a history of injury in professional wrestling, and it's not looking good for him right now.
Well, two individuals that are very dangerous in their given fields, but now on that top rope, it can be dangerous for just about anyone. Isaiah Prince now involving himself.
Scumbag Yates holding on for dear life, the big man. But Parkside able to create some distance there. between both those competitors using that miniature ladder.
Face first goes Prince into that turnbuckle.
That ladder's done for. Rip Impact crushing.
Oh, but
He sets it up again in reverse. They're not done yet.
Parkside's all about reusing and recycling. As you can see, he's got more plans for that ladder.
Anything goes in the bucket. He sets up the big ladder back into the center of the ring in a position he feels confident to retain and retrieve that bucket.
Well, he's close, but Isaiah Prince with those heavy hands. Oh, no, 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 no!
Fielder's choice for Isaiah Prince could have powerbombed him easily outside of that ring through that table.
Now Scumbag Yates. Oh, no.
Oh, no! Oh, my Lord!
Scumbag Yates through the table at ringside.
He has to be out of this matchup. In my estimation, he went flying off the top to the floor through that table. Incredible.
And Isaiah Prince now in the ring. Could be moments away. And with this powerhouse being in control of the bucket, that's a dangerous predicament for whoever holds the heavyweight title.
Absolute destruction here, and it's only the opening contest.
Just
Isaiah Prince within just an inch's reach here of that bucket, but Battersby flips him off. That ladder hard down to the canvas went the big man.
Well, I just to talk about how big Isaiah Prince is, you said it. He was just inches away. He was only on the third rung of that ladder, Chris. That is a big, big boy. And now Battersby looking to show that he is once again the top of the food chain by going after the biggest fish in the pond.
I was going to say, Kevin, once again, Battersby waiting in the wings, waiting for his moment. Picked his shot right there on Isaiah Prince.
Landon.
Goes
right.
Van Landon into that ladder.
Oh!
But out of the way in the nick of time, Van Landon hoists him up.
And now could it be Chef Valley Driver into the ladder from Landon? The barn burner turning his attention to someone who has taught him much in his career in Rip Impact. What a moment it would be for Van Landon to capture that bucket here tonight. I'm sure Rip Impact, as disappointed as he would be gleaming with pride.
Ladders are everywhere, bodies are everywhere here at the Germania Club. Van Landon trying to bridge the ladders here.
Van Landon looking more like Van Bilden to me.
Blow to blow with Rip Impact, one of his teachers, one of his mentors.
And a big chop from Impact. Landon responds in kind. Both now turning their attention to Battersby before returning to one another.
Not going to let the survivalists get back into it. Van Landon with one of those patented European uppercuts. It was enough to take Rip Impact down. He's climbing up on the opposite side of that ladder for support with that bridge. But Rip Impact, quick as a cat, Kevin.
Both of these men at the very top.
Oh, no!
Van Landon
shattered.
And Rip Impact has done it!
Rip Impact ready to cash that in at any time, I'm sure. Might even do it tonight.
Could very well be the case. Later on tonight, we'll find out who the first heavyweight champion. But here, the first match of the evening, we found out who the de facto #1 contender is. Van Landon, so close, but Impact able to take advantage and bring down that ladder, or that bucket, I should say, for the very first time.
Getting that contract, we're going to maybe need to get some medical assistance here for Van Landon. When he came down on that ladder, Kevin, it just exploded into shards. I've never seen anything like it. The damage that he sustained in this matchup, incredible contest. Kudos to all the combatants here. Risked it all in the opening contest. At Caleb's bucket full of wrestlers too.